All right, Evan Barry is here. My good friend joins us for 5 minutes. Evan, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. About as good as we can do right now. Staying home, staying healthy, doing everything we're supposed to be doing. How about you? How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's good to hear you guys are doing good. And all right, you know how this works. You picked.
Yes, sir.
You told me about this earlier. I can't wait. We've done serious topics this whole time, and I can't imagine yours is going to be any different, right?
I have nothing serious about my topic. We're
Shocking.
going to talk about mascots.
Shocking.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got to have fun at some point here.
You know, if there's anybody who knows anything about fun, it's you. That's why we had you on today. Here we go. Here's how this is going to work because we talked about these rules before we went on. So this episode is going to go a little longer than 5 minutes in total. We're going to have mascot battles. We're going to throw up two mascots. We're going to debate them on who the winner is. We have not talked about who we thought would win these matchups yet. So this is going to be pretty real. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see if we are in agreement. All right. So let's.
All right.
5 minutes on the clock. Let's hopefully we can keep within this time frame. Here we go. Oh my goodness. All right, our first one, Western Kentucky is taking on the Evergreen State College, and you can see Big Red and Speedy up there on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. What are your initial thoughts? Who would win?
I mean, if you're going gut check reaction, it's got to be Western Kentucky's mascot. If you're going to do any sort of comparison, he looks like he could be a distant cousin of Grimace from McDonald's. And I was terrified of that guy when I was a child. So it automatically gets my vote. On the other side of things, the other gooey duck here, he looks kind of like a Halloween costume, really. Yeah. It's not good.
No, and they just updated that costume too. So that's the new costume that we have up there on the screen. Yeah, I like Big Red also. I remember the Sports Center commercial from years ago where he was just eating everything. And
yes.
I imagine that he doesn't like seafood. For those of you who don't know, a gooey duck is literally a shell sea animal creature thing.
It's terrifying, really.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad we got that one out of the way early. Sorry you all had to look at that. So Big Red is our winner. We can chalk that up, and we'll move on to number 2 here. Our second matchup, there it is, our two local teams. Santa Cruz, a little further north, but for UC Santa Cruz, the Banana Slug, that's Sammy, and then on the other side we've got Peter, the Anteater. Your thoughts to start it?
I've seen the UCI mascot in person a couple times. Yep. Once at a game, once I believe we had him at ESPN Zone, right? Did we not back in the day?
We did.
Have
we did
a mascot challenge. Yeah. He's ripped. And so just looking at the buffness alone on this Anteater, I'm going to have to lean that direction.
Okay, now finally we have our first disagreement. And here's why I'm going with Sammy the Banana Slug. I looked it up. The Banana Slug has no natural predators. So right there, I figure he wins this fight out of sheer, a war of attrition, as they would call it. I think Peter would get tired of trying to eat that thing, that he would finally just give up and would have to concede the match to the Banana Slug himself, which, by the way, became the official mascot of Santa Cruz in 1986. So, take
Fun
that
fact.
It is. I don't know. I just figured
86 was probably a great year for that. So, congrats.
I think it was a great year. All right, so we're split on that one. Let's see if this one will end it. Our final matchup, we're going with a little bigger of the universities here. We've got Alabama, we've got Syracuse. It's Big Al and Otto. There's a story for me behind this, but again, I'll let the guest go first.
Oh, it's nice of you. This one's tough for me. There's, I think, a little personal choice behind this. I really just dislike the Otto the Orange. He drives me crazy. He's wearing pants, right? He's got blue pants, got the blue hat.
Yeah.
And what is he going to be able to accomplish outside of cheering? If there's a fight, this elephant wins hands down. Stomps on him, kicks him, throws him, whatever it may be. The orange has no chance.
First of all, I find it funny that you just criticized someone who's wearing a blue hat. That's one thing. And second of all, back when I was younger, me and my family played NCAA. Yes, me and my family played NCAA football.
Yes, sir.
In the video game realm, right? You could play with all mascots. My brother tended to choose Big Al all the time. I took Otto because I thought it was hilarious. And Big Al ran us out the stadium every single time. Otto couldn't hold on to the ball. He had terrible hands. He was prone to fumbling. He was very easy to tackle because he was very down and everybody could catch him. So that was a waste of time. But it was just hilarious to watch. And as much as I'm wearing orange and I love Otto, Big Al wins this in a landslide. I agree with you.
Appreciate that.
You think there's a rule for, this leg whipping in football, which is illegal? Do they have trunk whipping? Is that a penalty?
Are we still talking about sports, or are we talking about – this wasn't a politics thing?
No.
You said trunk or Trump?
Trunk.
Trunk.
Like an elephant's trunk.
Perfect. I didn't think we wanted to go that route. I almost took the elephant because he and I have big ears. I'm going to be honest. That was going to be my only other reasoning behind it.
You know what? You said it and I didn't, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And we still got a little bit of time here, so we were in agreement in all but one matchup. So I think this was a pretty good outcome for the both of us, and I'm glad you could join us here today.
Hey, man. I mean, my other little reasoning for voting for any of these guys is when you see a mascot that silly with some really good dance moves, it's perfect entertainment.
That's true, and it almost you forget the fact that they're awful at playing football. Thanks for joining us, Evan. Good to see you.
You too, buddy. Take care.